For God's sakes, Charlie Kirk was not a champion of free speech. He pushed bigotry and targeted educators who held different views. He was not a passionate debater. He baited people. And he certainly was not doing politics right, as some benighted people would have us believe. Charlie Kirk was an advocate for his free speech and that of people who agreed with him. One of the things that's most infuriating in this particular moment is that those of us who are discussing Charlie Kirk and putting his work in context are getting criticized simply because we're discussing what he said, as if that's somehow disrespectful. We're quoting his actual words. But if you thought he was so amazing, you on the right, if you so valued what he had to say, why would you have a problem if people are simply pointing out what he stood for by quoting him? It's absurd, especially since we need to be talking about the dangerous climate in this country that is largely driven by the rhetoric of people like Donald and Charlie Kirk. It's entirely appropriate to talk about just how dangerous it is to engage in the kinds of stochastic terrorism Donald engages in on a daily basis. What good do we do if we pretend Charlie Kirk did not participate in creating the climate of hate and division that drives politics on the right? Corporate media has been deeply complicit in painting Charlie Kirk as a crusader for free speech, which is total bullshit. As journalist Chef Charlotte put it, quote, he was an opponent of free speech. Kirk created a professor watch list to target people whose views differed from his. He advocated for restricting what teachers could teach. And then there's this.
I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed. And I think that would be justice. You think children should have, you should see it? What is the age? At what age should you start to see public executions?
That's right. Charlie Kirk openly called for the public and televised executions of the right's political opponents. And if that weren't bad enough, he wanted to make sure our children watched.